You think you're trading money for things. You're not. You're trading pieces of your life, and most of you are getting a terrible deal. Let me show you what you're actually paying. I've watched your generation obsess over price tags, comparing, calculating, hunting discounts. You're using the wrong currency. Money isn't real. It's an abstraction between hours of your life and what you want. Your grandparents knew this, somewhere between credit cards and buy now, pay later. We forgot that $60 shirt? Not $60. That's 4 hours of your life, gone forever. This is the 1 hour rule once you see it. You can't unsee it. The currency you never count. Here's what nobody tells you about money. It's not real, not in the way you think. Money is just a middleman between your time and what you want, but it hides the truth. When you see a $1,200 MacBook, your brain doesn't translate that into 80 hours at 15 hour. It doesn't show you 2 full weeks of your life handed to Apple. You see a number, a thing to save for or finance. But here's the reality. Every dollar you spend is a piece of time you'll never get back. Visual. Animation hours subtracted from life counter. Your real hourly rate isn't your wage. It's take-home pay minus work costs, commute, lunch, wardrobe, therapy to cope with total hours worked, including emails, Sunday scaries, burnout for most. That 18-hour job? Real rate, $11. This is where it gets dangerous. Now we see the true cost of everything, that daily $7 coffee. Not $7, it's 38 minutes of your life every day, 230 hours per year, nearly 6 weeks. Traded for milk and caffeine, $15 DoorDash fee. 82 minutes. You paid 1.5 hours to avoid a 15-minute drive. Subscriptions: Netflix, Spotify, iCloud, Disney+, HBO Max, Patreon 89 month. 8.1 hours monthly, 97 hours yearly, 2 full work weeks. Every year. Forever. Your generation is bleeding hours and calling it convenience. But here's what nobody tells you. The person who sees this wins a different game, while others ask, can I afford this? You ask, is this worth X hours of my life? And that question changes everything. Pay attention, this is where most stay trapped. There's a threshold on one side, trade hours for survival, on the other, trade hours for freedom. Most never cross it, not because they can't, because they don't see it. Say your essentials: rent, food, utilities, insurance cost $2,000 a month at 11 hour. That's 182 hours in a 160-hour month. You're already over. This is the trap. Paycheck spoken for before you earn it. No hour is free, but the 1 hour rule reveals power. Every dollar not spent below income, an hour bought back. Same age, same job, same $2,400 monthly take home. Person A spends $2,300, saves $100, buys back 9 hours of freedom, barely a safety net, 1 car repair back to zero. Person B spends $1,600, saves $800, buys back 73 hours. Same income, wildly different lives. But here's what gets interesting. Those 73 hours converted $2 and invested start generating passive hours. This is the secret the wealthy know. Stop trading hours for money. Make money generate hours. After 1 year, $9,600 saved at 8% return. 768-year passive income. 70 hours of freedom every year, forever. After 5 years, $56,000 saved for 480 year. 407 hours, 10 full work weeks forever without working. After 10 years, investments generate more than their job. This is the inversion point. The moment you cross the freedom threshold, person A. After 10 years, still trading every hour to survive, still one emergency from collapse. Same start, different awareness. But here's what nobody tells you. The gap isn't about income. It's about consciousness, seeing the hour cost, asking, is this worth X hours of my life? This is where it gets uncomfortable. Your generation worships cheap discounts, haul videos, fast fashion, Shine, Temu, Amazon Prime Day. You think you're winning by paying less, you're losing by buying more. A $15 shirt seems harmless, 1.4 hours of life, affordable, but it falls apart in 4 months by 3 per year, $45, 4.2 hours annually. Forever. Meanwhile, a $60 shirt lasts 5 years, 12 year, just over 1 hour per year. The cheap option costs 4 times as many hours, but it gets worse. Cheap carries hidden hour costs, time reordering, decision fatigue, clutter, stress when things break. All of that is lost life. Visual. True lifetime cost chart. Here's the dark pattern. Cheap keeps you trapped in the hour trade. No quality. Buy cheap. It breaks. Buy again. Hours bleed out slowly. Paycheck to paycheck, not because you don't earn enough, but because you're locked in replacement. The wealthy know. Buy once. Buy quality. Buy timeless. Not because they have more money, but because they value hours differently. One knife, $100, lasts 20 years. 5 year, 27 minutes annually. 5 cheap knives over 20 years, $75, plus hours shopping, disposing, replacing. 7 hours wasted, applies to shoes, furniture, electronics, relationships. But here's what changes everything. The most expensive purchases are the ones that seem free. TikTok scroll? No money, but 4.8 hours daily, 1,752 hours per year at 20 hour. $35,040 in potential burned, not in cash, in compound skill growth, in freedom built. You think you're getting entertainment for free. You're giving your peak energy, focus, and runway to billionaires' dopamine machines. This is the paradox. The generation most aware of capitalism's traps gives away thousands of hours annually to attention merchants. Now the truth most never face, you've been sold a script. Work 40+ hours or week for 40+ years. Trade youth, health, energy for money. Retire at 65. Enjoy freedom when knees hurt and ambitions fade. This is the default path. It's also insane, because what is it really? Trading your most valuable hours for your least valuable ones. Think, your 20s, 30 seconds peak health, energy, neuroplasticity, you sell those hours cheap. $15, $20, 30 hour, 8 hours daily, commute, emails, burnout, for what? So you can be free at 65? When you're tired, when friends are gone, when your body won't let you backpack or surf or stay up with people you love. You're trading prime rib for leftovers, but the 1 hour rule offers another path. What if the goal isn't retirement at 65? What if it's freedom at 35? Or 40? Or 50? Let's see the math. Aggressively apply the rule, maximize real hourly rate. Invest the gap, financial independence in 10 to 15 years. Traditional path, work 45 years. Free at 65, traded 9,000 hours for eventual freedom. Inverted path, work intensely 15 years. Free at 40, traded 30,000 hours for 25 extra years of freedom. Same life, different allocation. But here's what nobody tells you. It's not about deprivation, it's about clarity. You're not sacrificing, you're choosing. Every time you ask, is this worth X hours of my life? You take back power. You refuse to let algorithms decide how your finite hours are spent. Some things are worth it. Trip to see your grandmother? Worth it. Core memory? Worth it. Tool that enables your craft? Worth it, but forgotten subscriptions? Impulse buys with 20 minutes of joy and lasting regret? Keeping up with others? Not worth it. Never was. This is the inversion. The people who seem to sacrifice now are protecting future freedom most fiercely. You have roughly 500,000 hours in your life. Sleep takes 175,000, leaves 325,000 waking hours. That's it, your container, your budget, every unconscious purchase. You're spending hours from this container, hours you can't refill, hours that could have been freedom, creativity, love, meaning. The tragedy isn't poverty, It's unconsciousness, hemorrhaging hours without seeing the real price. But now you know. You know the coffee isn't $7, it's 38 minutes. The car payment isn't $400, it's 36 hours monthly forever. The job you hate, it's costing your finite, irreplaceable life energy. And once you know this, you can't unknow it. The 1 hour rule isn't about money. It's about consciousness, waking up to what you're actually trading, asking every day, how do I want to spend my hours? Because that's the only question that matters. Not can I afford this? Not what's on sale? Not what do others have? Just, is this worth my life? Answer honestly. And everything changes. I've seen thousands discover this. The pattern is always the same. First, shock, how many hours already traded unconsciously. Let it sting. Then, clarity. Decisions become simple. Skipping a purchase isn't deprivation. It's choosing freedom, protecting your hours. Finally, quiet power. 6 months in, you look at friends still trapped and feel the shift. You're no longer playing the same game. You're buying back your life, one conscious hour at a time. This is ancient wisdom in modern clothes, thrift, stoicism, non-attachment. We call it the 1 hour rule. But the truth beneath never changes. Time is the only wealth that matters. Everything else is accounting. If you seek clarity in a world designed to keep you unconscious, you know what to do.